Peace Tower, Parliament Hill. We can only be in one place, Ottawa, for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. As we come down the stretch of round robin, for some teams at this year's Brier, there is nothing left. But for others, still alive, they're going to put what's left on the table. This morning it was draw 14, Newfoundland Labrador against British Columbia. Disappointing week for Vernon and Kelowna's Jim Cotter. Remember a couple of years ago, he made it all the way to the final. Playing Brad Gouju, who is among the leaders, and Gouju, who struggled earlier in the week, making draws, comes up with a wonderful stone here. A last rock draw for the win as he stays among the leaders, just one game off the pace. Prince Edward Island, in a game which could determine relegation, wins over the Territories at Jamie Cooey. Saskatchewan beats Ontario 7-4. Alberta's a winner, 8-3 over Team Canada, the defending champions Pat Simmons. Hard to believe. We expected to see potential of lots of tiebreakers, but right now there is the potential of none. The way it sits right now, Manitoba, with their 3 games remaining, they have to win 1 of 3, and there would be no tiebreakers at this year's Tim Hortons Brier. Coming up, you have your choice again on this Thursday afternoon. You can watch Northern Ontario and Manitoba on TSN 1 or 3, or on TSN 4 with Brian and David, New Brunswick and Quebec, as we continue with the Brier from Ottawa. Hard to believe in a field this good. Northern Ontario going for a 9th straight win, trying to erase the memories of last year's Brier final loss. Win now moves them one step closer to the 1-2 game. At 6-2, Mike McEwen and the rookies from Manitoba have looked anything but newcomers. 4 straight wins. The team from the Fort Rouge and Winnipeg have playoffs on their mind, keeping that Brier dream alive. All eyes now are on the playoffs. That's our feature, Northern Ontario against Manitoba, on this Thursday afternoon. As we welcome you inside and say, hello Canada, welcome back to the arena here at TD Place. Cheryl Russell alongside. Yes, 8 straight wins for Northern Ontario, but as the old adage goes, sometimes you have to be lucky to be good, and you could point it a couple of times for Northern Ontario.
Pretty close to being lucky. 4 games came right down the last brick. They could have gone either way. Burnt Rock against Alberta with 4 points there. That turned that game around. I think even though this team's at 8-0, they're going to have to step it up one more notch to beat this talented team from Manitoba. And the intensity wasn't there against Ontario. Nearly cost Brad Jacobs. So it's all about intensity and positive communication.
Manitoba, rookies. Well, there were some questions about whether they could handle it all, although they're a very experienced tour team, Mike McEwen, and they've answered a lot of the questions, haven't they?
They have. Manitoba didn't expect themselves to look or play like a first-year team, but others may have, but they've really responded well. They've drawn on all that experience from the Canada Cup and from the trials, and they've really showing confidence out here today. The keys is going to be patience. Mike sometimes can go too hard to try and get points back. We saw some patience in BC last night. He waited. And the other key is going to be mental fatigue. Mike's talked a little bit about being tired. It is a long, long week, so refocus for every shot.
The keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. Thursday afternoon, the Brier from Ottawa.
Final stone here at 9, Mike McEwen, and what an opportunity.
Go,
Bang, bang, move it enough. Great shot. And it is. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 for Team Manitoba.
Brad Jacobs, Canadian champion, gold medal winner. The Brush brothers got him. Bang, bang. Oh! The shot. Believe in the beard.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
All the games on the ice, Newfoundland Labrador will try to stay within one game of Northern Ontario as they play PEI. British Columbia, the Territories, relegation could come into play there. Our feature game is on Sheet C, and New Brunswick, Quebec. There are two teams at 5 losses. 5 losses may get you in if Manitoba has a total collapse down the stretch. Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Brad Jacobs, skip of Team Northern Ontario. Our lead is Ryan Harnden. Our second is EJ Harnden. Our third is Ryan Fry. And we curl out of the Community First Curling Centre in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Mike McEwen, skip of Team Manitoba. Our lead is Denny Neufeld, our second, Matt Wozniak, our third, BJ Neufeld, and we curl out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Mike McEwen gets the gripper on. He's out to put the brush down, waiting for the okay to go. There we are. Just inside the edge of the 12. It means that Northern Ontario will have last draw. They've won the draw to the button. Brad Jacobs will play the Redstones, Manitoba the yellow. And to get us underway, the Manitoba lead is Denny Neufeld.
Well, this is a team that would have really enjoyed the morning off. They came off last night's game, and every game is so tight and so tense out there, and you just need those mornings before a 3-game schedule coming up.
Make sure.
A long week, especially when it's your first year. You try to soak everything in. You got a banquet at 7 o'clock. You get there at 6:30, and as you go in a few of these things, you start realizing you gotta, just keep that mental energy as high as you possibly can, and save those precious minutes throughout the entire week. That's going to be, I think, the only thing that can hurt Manitoba. They're a wonderful, wonderful team.
The other thing is, and we know that they are tour veterans, having won the tour so many times and played in provincials so many times. The difference in a tour event and here, in a tour event, you don't necessarily will play everybody. You'll be in 2 pools, 3 pools, 4 pools. You may miss some of the big teams. Here, you cannot avoid anyone. You have to play them all.
You're right.
Just cook one here. It might be a little better. Just me, Maddie. Just BJ.
It's good. Now over curling. It's a little longer. A little longer than 2/3. Yeah, go beach. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Shot.
Oh, nice.
They lost to Newfoundland Labrador. That was last Saturday. And then they put together a couple of wins, including one over Howard of Ontario. They lost to Alberta, who are among the playoff teams. And what a run they've been on now. 4 straight wins as they go to the ice now against Northern Ontario. 1 more win of their last 3, and they will clinch a playoff spot, and there will be no tiebreakers. If you're those teams at 5 losses, though, you've got to stay there and then hope for an absolute meltdown by Manitoba.
Yep, right in there.
Hard fry. Shot.
Well, right now they're in first place. They've won 8 straight. If they win today against Manitoba, if Newfoundland and Labrador win their game against PEI, they will be in the 1-2 page playoff. In all likelihood, it would come down to that draw tomorrow morning to determine who gets the last rock in that 1-2 game.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
3/4 underneath cover here. They're going to try to hit as much as this as they can and roll buried.
Hard. Go, Denny. Go.
Kind of like that.
Done that.
Very nice.
that great.
Was not a lot of room going by this guard.
Throw Matt out of boy.
Shot.
Good try to get him going too.
That's the swingiest spot in number one. It's, the pebble's so fresh. No rocks down those areas in practice.
Well, we're taking our corner, eh? Like.
I don't like that.
No, we. Well, maybe not. You're probably going right into the side of it.
Let's go each.
This is the right call. You hit it right where the broom is. You could get all 3 rocks here.
Fry! 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 Come on, Fry. Okay.
That was Brad's biggest keys. He wanted to save a corner guard for themselves to use. So few opportunities all week, and you never want to lose a corner guard. That may be your only opportunity for a deuce.
No.
Got heavy, Beach.
Yeah, me too. Just line, Mike. We're a little heavy right now. We're top 12.
Whoa.
That's where everybody practices. Edge of the 8, try to find that button path.
Danny, hard. Whoa. Whoa, no. Sorry. Leave it higher. That's really grinding. Wow. Okay.
All right, double and roll.
Yeah, play the other one.
Top 12, they called out of his hand. They're pretty good guess.
Push it up.
Double and roll.
Yeah.
I like Peel. You got to be sure of the double.
Didn't want it in the rings, though, for this reason. If the double's made, the red one could roll underneath here for EJ.
Yep, whoa, yep. Whoa, yep. Hard.
Brian Harnden picks up his brother, and he'll run it back and get rid of 2. Shot still belongs to Manitoba, top 12.
The shot.
It's a stone that Manitoba has to deal with. They can't leave it there.
Fresh here.
Heard them talk about fresh, just a new path, and they'll make sure they have some firm rotation, maybe a little bit extra weight.
Good. Whoa. Good normal. Whoa. Clean. Yep.
Maddie.
Yep. Whoa.
Good. Stay right there. Good. Shot.
Now, many teams used to roll over to guard that shot rock, which sets up a gimme double with the speeds that these teams are throwing at these rocks. So that's a wonderful play.
Make this right.
If Northern Ontario plays the hit and roll, you've got that short run back.
I like this. Control weight.
Yeah. Let's go. Good way. Whoa. Clean. Well down. Clean.
Be trying for the long roll behind the red if they can.
Brian Fry.
EJ. Whoa. Right. Pete. No roll.
There is that roll, and it will just pop, and then just pop out the back.
Shot.
Absolutely perfect weight first end to get that amount of roll and get the yellow out.
Yeah. Just got to make sure.
shot.
Yeah, make sure I'm throwing.
Good shot.
Both these thirds tied for first at 92%. That could be the key in this game. Which one blinks first?
Brian was a little concerned yesterday when we watched him in the game. He was saying not throwing it well right now, but not with by those numbers.
Hard. Whoa.
BJ Neufeld got it. And underneath. Wow, look at that. Look at where that wound up.
Throw Beach, attaboy.
Perfect throw. That's so hard to get that broom in the right spot and guess the right speed when you're throwing down a fresh area in the first end. Brilliant shot making.
Whoa.
They wanted this corner for a reason, and they now can run it back. Yeah, they're not going to hold it, though. Over curled on them. They'll lose the raised rock.
Well, and an opportunity, you know, these guys. That was looking pretty juicy to them. You nose run back, you've got your guard.
That 1/4 of an inch difference. That, you know, they only hit maybe a 1/4 inch off where they wanted it. And it goes from a potential deuce to a potential 4s here. Just by missing that brushing by a fraction.
Speed's not bad, no.
Top 4, top 8, right underneath.
As you hit the house. Yeah. Top 8.
Look at the ice they're taking, Cheryl.
This has got a lot of swing.
5.5 feet.
One of the concerns this week, of course, was the wet weather that arrived on Tuesday. Still forecast today for a little dampness. And then the rest of the tournament, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, milder on the weekend, 11 and 9, but no rain.
Think you gotta stay down for weight, Denny? No?
Weight's good.
Like it to curl.
Has to curl.
Saw some frostiness in the ice last night.
Keep going, Denny.
Thanks
Keep
most
going.
of yesterday.
Keep going.
Go, Denny, go, Denny.
Hard now, Denny.
Hard, Denny.
Whoa. Good. Good sweep, guys.
Well, Mike McEwen has alluded to the fact it's a long week and he's a little mentally tired, as we say. Good afternoon, Kathy Gauthier.
Well, the Manitoba team took this morning to meet with their sports psychologist to talk about the elephant in the room, which they thought was only winning one of those last 3 games to put them in. And in fact, that wasn't what the discussion focused on. It talked about how comfortable they surprisingly all were with the situation they found themselves in. Yesterday, they marked the 2 games against Saskatchewan and BC as games they would have to play well to win. They felt that in the second half of the game against Saskatchewan, it was virtually unplayable on one half. And so Mike was really exhausted mentally when they came off the ice. They had a short turnover, and then when they went out to play BC, they opened the broom bag to find that someone had lifted Mike's broom, and not his throwing broom, but his holding broom. And that's part of the whole process. Your comfort. They gave up 2, but rallied back, and it just spoke volumes to them that all of that mental training had come to roost. And so now as they move forward, they know that they've done everything they can to get here in the right frame of mind. Now they just have to curl.
And that security blanket that is in fact that throwing brush, that taped up broom of McEwen's, as they'll get it around the guard and now roll it over, enough to push it out the back. They'll sit for shot stone in the open. He rode up the elevator with me last night, and what did he have in his hand? That throwing broom. He took that. He wasn't going to trust the fact that the brushes are locked away. He took that. That throwing broom back to his room.
Firm.
Well, you think it's not a big deal. Even the holding broom, maybe not as much, but the throwing broom to ever not have that broom, especially his, is very unique.
Yeah, you'd have trouble replicating that in an hour or so, wouldn't you?
Final stone for Manitoba.
Good firm. Yep. Whoa, Denny.
Gotta watch that stone to the back now. Could there be a jam possibility? Oh, they'll roll it and just drive it straight back.
Just need less.
Brilliant shot by Brad Jacobs. That was right underneath cover. He just comes down and hits it, stays like it wasn't even a garden play.
Thought I threw it pretty good.
That's the shot that's become way more makeable.
Oh, no kidding. We've seen it so much this week. All year, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right to it.
Final stone looking for the blank. Brad Jacobs.
Shot.
Look out.
Shot, Brad.
Blank goes on the board. Northern Ontario, Manitoba among the playoff contenders. Let's begin our updates on this Thursday afternoon draw 15. The territories, Jamie Koo. You know, we talked earlier about Brad Jacobs and those 4 last rock draws and last shot to win. Well, you got Jamie Cooey, 4 extra end games for him. He's 1-8. Never had the last rock in any of those. Against Jim Cotter and the team from Vernon and Kelowna, disappointing week for them. They come in at 2-7. All those Yellowstones down. There's that little red handle there, just in between, a little tweener. Now can he raise this up over curls and not far enough? And so they score 1. They measured for 2. It turned out to be just 1 for BC, and they have the early lead. It has been an interesting round robin, to say the very least, with a field that many believe the best ever in Brier history. But at the moment, we have 4 teams in the playoff positions. It's going to take a major collapse by Manitoba to bring the 5 lost teams into play. The blank in the first means that Northern Ontario will once again have Last Rock playing the Redstones here in 2.
Hard, yep. Hard line. Hard line.
Well, we all talked about when this field was decided that there'd be no way anybody go through undefeated in Northern Ontario. It's been tight games for them, though, but lots of opportunities gone their way, and they've capitalized on a lot of misses.
Maybe a bit stiff, I guess, there. You just guard his.
I think you throw another one up.
Newfoundland and Labrador, they are sitting the one game off the pace of Brad Jacobs. Brad Gushu thinking this is his best team, best chance to win it. This is Adam Casey, PEI.
Playing off the wings, trying to get that redirect after Brad Gushu guarded.
Oh, what a wonderful shot. Adam Casey.
A lot of those this week, Vic, just no results.
This line.
Again, the effort was there by Casey this year with his team.
Heavy where?
Playing on tour, 10 events in preparation. As Kathy says, just didn't get the results. Comes in at 2 and 7.
Hard beat. Hard. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ah, jeez. Okay.
Okay. A big yes.
Okay. 3/4.
A blank in the first, and New Brunswick still has Last Rock against Quebec in the second. Mike Kennedy from Grand Falls, Jean-Michel Menard from Lévis.
Get it.
And got it.
What a shot. 3/4, that's exactly what he hit. And Mike McEwen knew it too when his rock came to rest. He was mad.
Nothing's safe this week, is it? Dead buried, you come around, you hit it. You leave the side of the button. The brushers are talented enough to get it on the side of the button. The run backs are really simple with these stones.
Line's good. Line's good.
Heavy. Might come down coming in, though.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Beach, stay with that.
Stay with the beach. This needs to stop. Beach.
Hard beach.
What I like about Manitoba is they take, we watched earlier, Cheryl, they took that 5.5 feet, which is too much ice, knowing that once it's by, they can carve it and get it to curl, because you're much more effective directionally by making it curl than you are trying to hold it straight. So the old days, you didn't want to miss wide, so you take a tighter ice. They're taking tons of ice. If it's heavy, they don't have to brush it because it's got all kinds of times to curl. I like it.
Well, even for the thrower to never be tight when you're throwing to the broom either, that's probably a discussion all these teams have now.
Whoa, whoa, yep, whoa, whoa, yep, whoa, yep, 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 hard, yes,
Through the hole.
Yep, yep,
And get a little roll too. Oh, goodness. It'll sit the back edge, and it may be showing a piece through the hole, but what a wonderful shot. E.J. Harnden.
EJ's turned this end right around, and you see a steady diet of interns from this Northern Ontario team. They're 60% out turns for the week. That's actually a huge improvement from past years. They've been as high as 78% out turns, so they've neutralized that situation where they've got a little bit of everything in it. That's what's helped them be undefeated.
Yep. Hard, hard, hard. Hard.
Coming on through. Now roll it the other way. And this one looks like it's found some cover under that tighter center guard.
Mine held for a little bit.
Back of the tee line, back edge of the floor.
Same weight.
I only got a quarter.
Yeah.
I don't think you
Guards.
need more than that. Guards pretty high. Yeah, sticking's important too.
Yeah, I know.
Heavy hack. That's what I was.
Well, with the distance of that center line guard, you could look to roll behind it, but that is the issue of how long it is and easily accessible by Manitoba. So rolling behind the tighter corner guard.
Wasn't one of your keys to Northern Ontario communication?
And positive communication, exactly.
Well, there is it. You know, there's, I'm going to throw this, you got a stick. I threw that heavy hack, yes, okay. So conferring among each other to let each other know exactly what to play. Now roll it back the other way. And they won't be able to hold it.
Ryan Fry is furious because the last thing he said was staying is important.
Probably. Yeah. Just in the 8.
Can't roll out on those.
Speeds will be good. Speed's real good for Beach.
Because this guard is so much longer, they're going to just try to get to top 8. You get to top 4, and it's even easier to access for Northern Ontario.
Top 4.
Yeah, this is sliding right now.
No, Matt.
Have to curl.
No, Matt. No,
doesn't have to curl.
Top 4.
Not see with that.
Top 4. I don't think it needs to curl, does it?
Yeah. No. Yep, go, Matt. Whoa.
Now some late licks just to drag it in behind. Boy, it got there all by itself and actually over curls, pops out the other side.
It did just at the end.
Sweet.
Really came down hard too. They were calling top 4 the whole way.
Hair more than the last one. Whoa. EJ. Yep, each. Whoa. Yep. EJ. Yep. Right to it. Can't hurt it. Never can hurt it. Got to go all the way.
Now want to hang this one on. Uh-oh, get it out. One will go and the other one will not. So force is possibly on again here for Manitoba.
Okay, same spot's good.
Yeah. All started with the hit and roll out, and you give a talented team like Manitoba or any talented team a chance for a freebie. They're going to put pressure on you. Made Ryan Fry's second one tough.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Room.
Mike McEwen first skip stone here in 2.
I think you got to go. Got to get it in.
All right, guys. Go.
Line's pretty good.
Go. As far as you go.
Yeah, you can switch.
Yep, go, Matty.
Top 8. Whoa. Yeah, keep going. No, keep.
Yep. Whoa.
Well, they weren't going to be able to do very much at that point.
Shot, Mike. That's insane, that curl.
Wow.
Yeah.
More than they've seen.
Benny being tight, too.
That or run it.
Oh, I like this. That's there for sure. Heavy hack.
Let's go, T.
Well, these two teams have an outside, very, very, very outside chance. If they can stay at 5 losses, then, of course, they need the help of a Manitoba collapse. Final stone on the way, Mike Kennedy, Grand Falls.
Jean-Michel Menard made a lovely hit and roll underneath on his final stone, which has forced Mike Kennedy now to draw. Needs the forfeit.
Good now. Keep going.
Both these teams need to stay at 5 losses. Nice draw by Kennedy, the former Canadian and world senior champion when he played with Wayne Talon.
The fact that they're calling this shot just speaks to the amount of curl there is in the ice. It's completely overburied. And the sweeping.
Whoa. Ryan. Hard, Ryan. Whoa. Ryan. EJ.
Now EJ against the grain.
Yep. Watch the roll.
Now watch this roll. Look at this roll. Oh, what a roll. They didn't get it out.
Yeah, that was the key. All they had to do is get the brilliant shot, but they actually brushed the wrong rock. If they get that yellow one out, hard to criticize him. Ryan was trying to make this freeze good, too. Now they just make it go away here, and it's a force. To your point, Cheryl, dead buried, and they're still playing the hit, roll, freeze. Like it's a beautiful surface.
But somebody did have to be aware of the sweepers because Ryan was on that roll. Sweepers had to be aware of that other yellow stone. Maybe call Ryan off.
Don't you agree?
Both people can't sweep anyway. So
well, you're sweeping in front of the T line the whole time.
That wouldn't have been at the back of the tee line till... That wouldn't have gone in.
It's a key stone, though. You think about the blank possibility.
Clean it. Clean.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Pick it.
Clean.
Yeah, it is. It's just
clean. It's good. It's good.
Shot.
And pick it they do. And so they are sitting 2.
Yeah, that's good enough for the force with the way those rocks are set up.
Yeah, really good. Make sure I got one of them.
Although it really went wrong as they tried hard for that outside roll with Ryan Fry, overbrushed it, rolled out to give the other team the freebie, and that made that difference.
Line's good.
Line's good. Just for weight. T-line. Felt okay to me, but
Pulling foot.
line's perfect.
Still not moving much.
Liked it out of his hand.
Weight's fine.
Well, remember on that one stone we saw from Mike McEwen, they waited.
Now we're on the button.
This curled all by itself.
Good job, Brad. Good job, Brad. Good eye, guys.
Good judgment, right to the pinhole. So the skipper has the draw weight down. Northern Ontario will pick up the first point. 44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2016 EcoBoost Ford Edge Sport in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. That number cut down to just 2. The final, Manitoba's Denny Neufeld against Newfoundland Labrador's Brad Gushue. And Gushue had a battle on his hands, but came up big when it counted most, including a big 5 on the hit and roll. The skip would come out on top. Brad Gushue wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2016 Ford Edge Sport. Mike McEwen on the ice. Don McEwen in the stands with 6-month-old Vienna. Hello there. Oh, I'm not enjoying that bouncing. Stop that right now. And yeah, you may need that. Okay. All right. As we welcome you back on this Thursday afternoon, as we wind up, there's 3 round robin draws to go again tonight and tomorrow morning. But at the moment, 4 teams are free and clear. And the only hope for those down around 5 losses is that Manitoba should go on a 3-game losing streak. 1 win in their last 2 would put them in, and we would have no tiebreakers. Northern Ontario forced to the single in 2. So for the first time in the game, Manitoba will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones here in 3. And the Manitoba lead is Denny Neufeld.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Back line.
Yep! Yep! Hard! 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 Gotta go! Hard! Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Go on, not killing it.
Amazing.
Yeah, you go, Mike. Bring it back there. Good. Good shot.
And far enough.
Shot, Dan.
Throw it in. As soon as they said back
You know, we
line,
focus sometimes, Kathy, at all the games at the top of the standings, but at the bottom, of course, there's 1 more year of relegation, and these teams are fighting to stay out of it. As we look at Jamie Cooey, Yellowknife at 1-8.
Well, they are, and they're also playing for pride. And for Jamie Cooey, he has played so many great shots this week. He made a perfect freeze to the lid on his first one. Jim Cotter tried to block it off, but there still is that same path. Needs to get right on top of the white to get the second point.
Oh, great draw, and that will get him the deuce.
You're good, you're good.
So Territories coming in at 1-8. If they should lose the game, they would be in that pre-qualifying tournament again next year. And that is in St. John's. They won the pre-qualifying tournament this year to get into the field of 12. If BC should lose that, then there's the possibility it could come down to 3 teams, all tied with the same record. If they did that, it would come down to their cumulative draw to the button to see which team will go into relegation.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Mike. Shoot, sorry, Matt. Okay.
Couldn't hear anything there.
No. Throw.
So 1 game off the pace. That's Newfoundland and Labrador. What a wonderful shot it was, the in-off, to get 2 for Adam Casey. And an opportunity here for Brad Kuchar to get those 2 right back.
Well, it certainly is. And for Adam Casey, just a bit of a miscue on his first one, was playing the double, threw it a little bit full, picked out both of his own stones, and then momentum shift to Brad Kuchar. And as you say, it is very much a draw to the 4-foot for 2.
Out of the Ballyhaley Country Club St. John's, Prince Edward Island, the Silver Fox Curling and Yacht Club, Summerside, and the Charlottetown Curling Complex to tie it up there.
Pretty nice roll. Good soft weight again for Northern Ontario.
Do this too.
Yeah, I thought they might go behind the corner on this one. They rolled out Northern Ontario just a little bit further than they wanted.
So bump.
You could.
Good bump. Yeah.
Mike, this will be pretty good. Close.
With Hammer, better option to try to go behind the corner.
That's your color, too.
Go brush down. This might be
Your opponent would be running in your rock, which is a lot nicer.
Yep. Whoa. Beach. Hard. Sorry. I lost it early. Sorry, guys.
Good throw.
Yeah, roll it. Oh, not enough ice.
What do you call control?
That's so nice. Mike did offer that up. It was not anything to do with the player. Just didn't quite get that broom in the right spot.
I agree.
It's that constant communication to make them a little sharper going forward.
You can't plant that seed, can you, Cheryl? I mean, everybody has to feel confident.
You do, and as to Russ's point, it is about the next shot. It's really not about that one anymore, so you want the player to know they threw it well, or if there was an issue, to fix it.
Brian Fry. Oh.
Great shot, right?
What a great shot indeed. Little flip underneath.
Like this at all?
Got that or back line and tap it. Tap it on a bit of an angle.
Back shots just to come and just move it into the open a little. Okay, stay here.
With the ice moving as much, I'll suggest, as we've seen throughout round robin, those guards are going to have to be a little tighter to my mind, won't they?
That's exactly it. Now, this one's pretty good because the rock's pretty high also, but if that rock was back another 2 feet on the tee line, it would be very easy to tap that out. You probably get 2/3 of this rock,
Okay, well then. You got room.
which might give you enough weight to kick it out of the rings.
Dane. Hard, Dane.
Whoa.
Back
Dane.
A little heavy. Whoa.
Matt,
Dane,
Matt.
hard. Gotta go. Shoot. Should have stay on it.
Pushes it to the back edge of the 4. Northern Ontario still the shot stone, but without last rock.
Not bad, though. Look at the angle set up here. You hit what you can see. You could jam this. So forces Ryan Fry to squeak the guard, which could cause an error.
Whoa, right now, whoa. EJ, yep.
Clean,
EJ, yep.
Whoa.
Really gotta go.
Whoa.
Yep. Clean, Ryan.
Jeez.
Yep.
And they avoid the jam and push it out the back. But we've seen that all week. We've also seen some mistakes by the brushers. Clunking of brooms, burned stones, missed calls.
Big flip in.
And of course, we've mentioned that once the winning team goes to the Worlds, they won't be able to brush that way. They have to go back to the east-west brushing.
There's so much more pressure on the skip. It used to be you just called hard or off, one of the two. Or we needed, and the players told you they'd sweep it for the weight, but now Skip's got so much more responsibility for on and off the line.
Especially with Ryan and EJ. Like this, Ryan starts for a minute, all of a sudden it's narrow, and EJ jumps on it, now it's wide, and it's back and forth, back and forth.
Whoa. Okay. Okay.
3 or 4 in a row here for Manitoba. Not quite the way they want them.
Definitely don't think you roll it.
Nose? Yeah. Yeah, a little heavier than Fry just because it's wide open. And
Okay.
control weight.
Okay. Go, Brad.
You see Ryan Fry just checking over his shoulder to make sure he knows where those other stones are. One back 4, one back 12.
He can't roll in.
Just
Probably
straight
just
through
nose
the
in.
hole, and then it's a usable stone for Northern Ontario if Manitoba does happen to get anything around the center.
Solid control.
Whoa, yep. Run. Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean, whoa, clean. Whoa,
EJ, EJ. Hard each. Whoa, right.
Fine, you're fine.
And look at that. He'll just dangle it on the edge of the 12. So they're sitting 3 without last rock.
Even better to roll it. We've seen this out turn a few times. Throw like a bump.
I like bump, yeah.
Probably better to roll it longer, and maybe you get a jam on a run on that back red Northern Ontario stone.
Dropping in on New Brunswick and Quebec after New Brunswick got 1 in the second, and Quebec sitting the 1. Jean-Michel Menard.
And this is the skip's deuce. There was a guard up, and Jean-Michel ignored the 2 stones belonging to New Brunswick on his first buried, and Mike Kennedy's run back did not work out for him. And so that great shot on his first one leads to the chance for 2.
It's must win for these teams at 5 losses to keep themselves mathematically alive, depending on what Manitoba does. There's the deuce.
Hard. Hard.
Good.
Hard.
Danny Newfield.
Hard. Hard.
Wozniak there too.
Oh, man.
Anything? No, boy. And they're going to lose it out the back.
Jeez. Wait, none of ice. Wow.
He was comfortable with his ice call, Russ.
That's twice so they've missed in that spot. And the first time he admitted they didn't have enough ice, and you have to assume that's what happened there.
Wow. I thought you were just inside edge.
Yeah. Thought he'd be able to hold it, and it just gone.
Yeah, I thought you might just make the
If he'd ever made the double and stayed there, he'd be shot rock, and the blank end would be a possibility.
Speed's good here. I threw mine
Yeah, to get neither.
Let's go, Brad.
Your second one was nice.
Yeah, after that one, well.
Northern Ontario seems to take a lot less light ice on these come-arounds than Manitoba. It's Northern Ontario does it the original way, where it brush it to keep it straight to get it by. Manitoba takes that extra foot and then carves it in at the end, it looks like to me. It's interesting.
Line's good, boys.
Maybe even subtle differences in the releases.
It could be.
Just here.
Just sweep for T.
Just here.
It's
gotta curl.
Easy.
Gotta curl.
It's gonna curl. Line's great.
Ryan.
T line. Finish it, Pete. Finish
Hard
it,
right.
Pete.
Okay, line's good.
Go, Pete. Yep, go.
Ryan Harnden.
Great.
And behind cover, top 4. They're sitting 3.
Great position. It's buried 1 high enough that you can't really tap it either.
That's lost.
Yeah.
It's as good as it could. Just a hair deeper to make the draw tougher.
And now
You need
going
a little bit
into
more
a
than him,
path
though,
where
like, just because of the different throws too.
he's made the mistake twice on
make sure.
ice calls.
3-8. Pretty close to normal, yeah.
Okay, 2-8.
Danny got a pretty good time there. Like it's.
I'm just going to make sure I have good rotation here. I'm not going to throw it any harder. It's just going to have more handle.
Speed's good here, Mike.
Speed's good?
Yeah.
Tricky little shot here.
The norm is, of course, you always put a little more handle on in arenas, but because there is a little bit of frost, Cheryl, even more.
And I think that may have been slightly the issue on his first one, that maybe not quite enough handle, and that's what caught them by surprise, and they got that over curl.
Now the danger now is with a couple
Line's
extra
real close.
rotations, it will
Line's
glide
good.
that couple
Yep,
feet
hard
farther.
line,
The brushers
hard
have to be
line.
aware.
Just line.
So
Hard
Wozniak,
line.
Danny Neufeld, gotta go.
Just line, Danny. Gotta go. Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta get it by that stone top hole.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Go, Max. Go, go,
And
go,
roll
go,
it
go, go,
in,
go.
and not enough. They lost it. Northern Ontario will pick up the steal of 1.
Good
Well, a stressful start for Manitoba. Mike McEwen doing a little bit of stretching, trying just to relieve some of that stress. Finds himself down 2-0 as we welcome you back to the arena at TD Place. And once again, Manitoba will have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Have to curl it all, Mike?
No, no, it doesn't.
Hey, weight's nice.
Just that height. That's good.
You saw Mike McEwen's metal slider. You don't see many of those anymore. The ice surface is so good. Players don't tend to go to them as much as they used to.
Plus, he's on his toe on the metal only, which makes him extremely quick. With 3 over curls in a row there. One, Mike said, just didn't give you enough ice, and then the next 2, they didn't have enough ice.
Line looks good. Line looks good right here.
He's spot on with his draw weight. Just had to take another 3 or 4 inches.
Foot's good.
It's hard to explain to the viewers at home, but every single time you go out here, no matter how good the ice is, it changes.
Line's perfect. Right here, Brier. Oh.
Shot, Ryan.
When you're aiming at a small spot in the button, you have to really know where to put that broom.
You talk about medals. There's steel sliders. This was the man that had one of the first that I can remember. He would come out there looking like that cat, and bang, he'd just be at the hog line before you know it. Pat Ryan, who is here, of course, and coaching the BC team, the 3-time Canadian, 2-time world champion.
Light.
Little light. Hard then.
I remember getting on 10, coming off his slider and then just down on all fours.
Hard not.
Staring like that little cat. And I looked,
just not.
Tiger.
Unforgettable. And the rattle of his metal slider.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. No bounce. No bounce.
Get in. Probably was going to overcurl. That's good. Shot.
Feel the corner. Brad.
Snub that.
Not a lot of room for discussion with a 2-point lead. Just get rid of the corner.
Lead. Whoa.
E.J. Harden peels the corner.
Well, your shoe is really moving. I know you didn't throw it that good last time or whatever, but
No, it's really moving.
huh?
It's coming in sideways.
This is the situation that Manitoba's talked about, that they have been trying when they get down to be very patient and not push too hard to get everything back. If the end doesn't look like it's setting up for a good deuce, they blank and move on.
All there right now, Pete. Past halfway, a little tight. Off the knee.
Just Danny.
It's really tight.
Matt Wozniak.
No, it's okay. Line's good.
So soft. Come on.
It's good. Good.
The Territories lead it, and they are sitting one with some backing. Is there enough room to get in there for Jim Cotter?
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but he can try to move it over. Jamie Cooey's final stone is the freeze. He got the fortunate little graze off the red stone on the outside, and that locked him in that mix. He can get to the face of the stone for one for sure.
They get it by the guard first, and they do that. Tyrell Griffith. And now they'll have a look as he comes off it. You don't sound too confident. Looks like it is one for no Territories.
One yellow.
Same spot.
Hair deeper. Clean. Hair deeper.
Danny.
Weight's good.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Good.
Shot, Matt. Jeez. Good. Just drifted in, eh?
Well, the Terra's going to continue to peel here, I believe. I think you might see Mike ask for a tap freeze, and then the thrown rock might roll over into that other red. It's almost like you'd have 2 freezes if you could make it perfect.
Clean. Yep.
In a 2-2 tie, Newfoundland Labrador 1 game off the pace being set by Northern Ontario. Final stone is on the way for PEI and Adam Casey.
Well, Adam drew on his first one, buried around the corner against 3, but Brad able to tap it back for shot. So now he needs full 4-foot on his own.
Well, you're just going to carry it through the house.
Uh-oh. And through it goes. 1, 2, 3. Newfoundland Labrador steal 3.
Just want to nibble center. Not quite. Not quite.
Coming down a bit.
Danny, just Danny. Just Danny.
Still tight.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sit, honey. Good. Good. Good.
Just kind of just.
Do you still like the peel?
He's in there.
I have no idea. What else would we play?
I think you just peel. There's line 2.
Yeah, I think we have to. I don't see really an offensive shot here.
Yeah.
We got to peel, Brad.
You're going to have a double for at some point.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that
Give me the
Northern
out.
Ontario's laying 2, they know Mike's going to have to make a move in there somewhere, group the stones, and it might give them an opportunity.
Clean. Clean it.
Ryan Fry. Have Tuck will travel. He's taken that across the country, hasn't he?
Now, what they're worried about here is, now this has to be executed perfectly, but if you could tap that yellow to there,
We could just roll over here and
the other yellow might end up there. Now you've got 2 frozen.
I like the tap.
I think I like the tap.
Interesting situation. Now, this has to be really good, but
Anything high, really, and we're okay.
tap it frozen. You're definitely going to roll to a point that there isn't a yellow double at least.
So like back 4 weight? Or not even?
Just this is easier for me to call. This
Well,
is
we know
hard
this.
to call.
Well,
It's going
that's
to be coming in. What do you think?
Well, I like the tap. That's what I like.
Okay. Make it.
you know what, Cheryl? I've never heard somebody say that.
Yeah, it's the angle coming in that Mike is kind of seems like it's difficult for him to call, and maybe he also knows the spot in the ice a little bit better, what it's going to do close to the center line.
And keep in mind, last hand 3 over curled on them.
So the confidence in knowing.
I think so. I think he's just not quite sharp on the ice right now. This is the hard part with the sport. It's fascinating. It's the right call if you make it. It's a disaster if you don't. So what do you roll the dice?
Well, this is their best opportunity with no guards in play, and they're down by 2. They have the last rock. Now Denny Neufeld trying to play a little tap back and roll it over.
Shot. Shoot.
They're not frozen.
Had to roll a little more.
Pretty good, eh? Or
I think so.
Let's go, Brad. Half rock.
I like this for 2.
It's really hard to call.
It's coming in so straight.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to call hits than it is those. That's for sure.
Do they want to sit here or roll away, or is this just about getting the shot rock off the button?
They're just going to peel this. They're actually sitting 2, so this makes a lot of sense this late in the end. You could hang around if you, like there's room, but they don't need to because they've already got second, third here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Come on.
Right out of his hand.
Right up, right.
Ryan Harnden all the way.
Good.
End to end, and away it goes. And so does the shooter.
Great sweep, Pete.
Shot.
See here, hit and roll. Like control weight on the nose. Should be pretty close.
I think regardless, I think you got to hit it on the nose.
I think control weight's right to get it over there.
I mean, like, do you think you? Yeah. I was just wondering, crossing's probably a shake.
No, I think it's dead nose.
Yeah, okay.
It's right in the nose with control, isn't it?
pretty good.
You could maybe cross just a
It's either
tiny
cross
bit.
or cross with like a normal. That's the only.
Control right there. Okay. I think that's close for ice.
Okay.
Trying by hitting on the nose, try and spring their 8-foot yellow stone to the right in front of that red.
Nose.
Yeah.
Let him know if it's like heavy or whatever, because he needs to know for
the angle.
How, like, you know, if it was ever heavy, I gotta cross it slightly. So.
Okay.
Just let him know.
Scoreboard watching, these two teams just may be. They need to stay at 5 and hope for Manitoba to put some losses together. Right now, Manitoba is down, of course. 2-1 Quebec. Final stone coming up from New Brunswick's Mike Kennedy.
Well, Jean-Michel Menard tried to corner freeze on that red one in the wings that you look at on his first one was open. So Mike Kennedy hit and rolled. That's the red stone at the back of the full 8. And now he's playing the same shot again. Jean-Michel he also didn't lock it on. Already lying 1. He has the choice, of course, of just drawing to lie 2.
He's going to play the hit on that stone on the edge of the...
That's what he's doing, yeah.
Okay.
Stay on it.
Edge of the 8. That yellow stone there, stay on it, and they'll roll it inside, and that will give him his deuce. New Brunswick moves in front 3-2.
Pretty nice shot by Mike. Isn't it pretty tough to not roll and leave McEwen a double?
I think so.
Normal and roll into there. Because you can get high, right?
Yeah, or right in front of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to get high in here.
Yeah.
Middle?
Normal?
Yeah, normal, middle.
Okay.
If you roll to the center line, I think, Cheryl,
Try to roll behind the yellow.
you're pretty good.
Going like firm. Feel?
No, just normal.
They
Yeah.
might have to make a run
They roll
double.
right in front of our red too. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's another one of those ones that you roll 2 inches, you hate it. You roll 4 inches, it's great. You roll 6 inches, it's terrible. You think it's very difficult. I would think partly buried here would be pretty good.
Yeah, just center line.
Heavy. Yep.
Whoa. Yep. Right.
Brad Jacobs.
Gotta go.
And again,
Hard for a piece, right? Come on.
Ryan Harnden.
Yep.
Gotta go.
Worked all the way on the first, working all the way here. Oh, and we're going to lose it. And with that, the chance now for Manitoba to even it up.
That wasn't Brad Jacobs' best intern.
No, they had a lot of options. You could just to force McEwen to any kind of a shot. You could get it on the nose. You could roll a couple inches, but to roll right out.
Hey, Mikey, let's make this.
Yeah, easy.
Do the ice conditions, Russ, scare teams now and
Let's
scare
cut that
throwers
off, yeah.
into not throwing softer weight? I mean, he didn't have to play it with that kind of weight, but if you do play up weight, you play it through the curl, you play it through the frost.
Yeah, they'd rather throw the upweight in most cases. These stones, once you get to about a normal, like a 10 hog to hog, they don't curl at all, so it's a little bit easier ice reading.
Clean.
Wait's
Clean,
good.
Matt. Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Just clean.
Right up.
Little quiet tap.
Shot.
Like that. And suddenly that 2-0 lead disappears and we're all even.
Really good. Well thought out.
In the Brier patch, you can get a... well, that wouldn't... Come on. Come on, how did you throw that?
It's dished, Vic.
Really?
I've been studying it. Look at this.
Oh. I'm going to her school. Back with you tonight for Draw 16. Team Canada at 5 losses will need to stay there. Ontario at 4 and 6. You know, we could see the last of those teams. Team Canada, will they remain together? Will Glenn Howard remain together? Saskatchewan, Alberta as well. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. Those are our featured games. Shot stone belongs to Pink. Welcome back. The arena at TD Place. Manitoba gets the deuce after Northern Ontario. And Brad Jacobs unable to hold the shooter. And so here we go to the fourth, and it'll be the team from The Community First Curling Center in Sault Ste. Marie, skipped by Brad Jacobs. It does have Last Rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
That makes it easier. We got to go on this side, don't we?
Interesting. Manitoba through center and Northern Ontario came around, and then Matt came up really light on his come around freeze.
D-line or better. Where is it? Line's good.
Wade looks pretty close. It's got to catch the
wait.
Where do you want it?
Line's good. Hockey. Right about here. Line's good. Right about here. Line's perfect. Line's good.
Northern Ontario is trying to force Manitoba to the wing here and keep their rock underneath cover protected as long as possible.
Okay.
That's good shot, Ryan.
Good way, Ryan.
And I just blamed poor Matt for the come around being light, and it was Denny.
Top 8. I don't think it's going to fly that well.
That stare up here from Matt was...
Matt heard.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Cheryl.
Matt could have brushed it harder.
Yeah. I was just blaming the sweepers. That's what I always did.
Sure, yeah.
Throw your other one.
Way to go, Skipper.
What am I going off of here?
Speed's good. Speed's pretty good, Matty.
All right, Cheryl, who is this?
This is Matt.
Okay. Matt Wozniak as we play.
Just line right now,
Second
Mike.
stones. We're just not going to let you forget the mistake. And you just keep grinding away at
Backy. Yep. Danny. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Back 4 at.
Whoa. Beach. Hit that. Just go.
Go, Beach. Go. Go.
Keep going. Okay.
And it will slide to the back 8 foot.
Hey, man.
You know, Kathy was talking about how this team, Manitoba, was feeling confident.
Just tap it out each.
I'm not hearing a lot of confidence in what they're talking about. Go back to that situation where Mike McEwen said, I don't want to play this because I don't know how to call it. There was Matt Wozniak in the hack. So what have I got here? To me right now, Cheryl, they just aren't dialed in.
No, and you know, I think it's come from the ice changing because I think when the frost started to creep in and get a little bit more so this week, a lot of teams have kind of lost the confidence in putting the broom down.
Hard fry. Roll it.
Great shot, each.
And they'll push it out back. Sorry to sit 3.
Sorry, Mike was talking about guessing for the line and guessing where to put the broom and guessing on Wade, and that can get exhausting, and it passes through the whole team. If Skip's guessing, the players in front of him really start to question.
What is it? Half. It's thick.
Yeah, if you want to make this,
half, you're still fine.
you make the double with half, but to try to roll up, you've got to hit about 90% of this thing with a lot of weight.
Whoa, Beach. Hard, Beach. Hard. Whoa.
You got them
Just
both?
sit on it.
No, it'll just bounce away. Okay. So
that's fine.
Right.
Doesn't quite sit on it.
12 foot over there, possible.
Yeah. I think you probably want to do this. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good plan B, because if
I need at least hack.
EJ hits this and rolls a couple feet buried, there'll be a nice pocket for Manitoba to get out of this mess, because they are in a mess.
Yeah, I think the plan to be is roll, although there's not a lot of room, roll as far as you can to not leave that pocket.
It's good.
Clean. Whoa.
No, Ryan.
Whoa.
Never.
Whoa. Stay close. Fry.
Whoa. Ryan Hargan.
Ryan.
Whoa.
Fry. Whoa. Yep. Fry.
Yes, Fry.
Fry. Gotta go. Fry. I got it.
Got to go.
Hard, Brad.
And they'll roll
Gotta
it
go.
underneath. And once again, sitting 3. They do have the last rock. This is an interesting battle, I think. You've got PEI and Adam Casey playing, of course, Brad Gouju, with whom he played with. And on that Gouju team, of course, is Brent Gallant, with whom Casey and Aaron Hansen-Carmody won the Canadian Junior. So it's Adam Casey renewing a rivalry, and he'll sit there for 2.
This is kind of that key point in the end. Do you play the freeze or down to the back forefoot, or do you open it up?
We'll probably get rid of. We could tend to get rid of everything too, right?
I don't mind this.
Okay.
Let's play this.
Okay, you really know this too. So.
I thought they might play the out turn, come around and use these for backing, but you hate to leave all these reds in there against a talented Northern Ontario team who has last rock advantage.
I think they looked at it.
This works too, but can you roll far enough to be buried? I guess you can.
Yep.
Hard, Matt.
Hard.
Advantage of getting rid of one of the reds.
Hard.
This is going.
Whoa, no, this might not be that bad.
Well, depends where they all stop, and they raised rock stops back edge of the 8. Shooter rolls back edge of the 12.
Do we want to bury this?
I don't think we need to bury it. You got to bury it just.
I don't know if we want to bury this, do we?
British Columbia. Jim Cotter has come up with a 3 spot in the 4th to take the lead on Jamie Cooley out of Yellowknife.
Just don't fully bury it, right?
It's got lots of options.
Yeah, that red wall is worrisome for Northern Ontario.
Did ever double peel those yellows?
There isn't really a double peel, eh? No. Well, there might be.
Try and get it through the hole.
Got to be real precise.
Then if you ever made it, Manitoba maybe makes that double and you hit and stay for 2 and get your easy 2.
There's a high center, but all this backing. I don't think we have a choice, eh?
I just want to leave it. I just
So
like to
show
leave
them
it
half.
open.
3/4 even.
Even 3/4.
Bury a piece.
Even half's fine, I think. Right?
And then
We'll
we
do our
could always
best.
like
Taking a long
he's gonna
time
come
to
off
make
that.
it.
We just got to make sure we're shot, right?
Yeah. Top 4, Fry.
Yeah, they don't want to
Same as
bury
what I've been
this
doing for the draw the button.
because Manitoba play the
so it'll be that
intern
far.
come around the back.
You
And
like
at least
that?
they could
Just
use
sec,
theirs,
just sec.
Northern
Just sec.
Ontario, to promote if they made
Do you
it.
like this turn or do you like the intern? Because he's always going to come off that one
We've
to the back.
thrown this out turn a million times. I
Okay.
would not want you to throw the end.
Okay. Top 4.
Room.
It's real good.
Line
real
looks
close.
good right now.
No heavy.
Okay, whoa.
Just line.
yeah,
heavy.
just line.
No heavy.
T.
Coming down.
Right off. Right over
handle.
curl. Just away.
Talked about hiding half a stone in behind those center guards.
It's got no handle, so it might die.
Okay, Schmidt's
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
Ryan has a habit of a bit of a lazy handle on the out turn side.
Good throw, bad spot.
So speed should be good here. Yeah, speed's good. I can kind of go off that out turn that I threw coming home. Yeah, I would think so.
Thought that was an interesting comment from Ryan Harnden. Said, I don't want you to play an intern here. I want you to play all out turns. That's what we know. It's as if they're afraid to go to the intern.
Yeah, if it hasn't been played on, it starts to frost up a little bit. It's definitely slower and usually a little more curl, so you're just not sure of that intern side.
Matt. Matt, go, Matt.
Wozniak.
Shoot. Quick there, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like just hack. Just try and feather that.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, oh boy. If Ryan Fry can get to the nose here. Either tick the shot rock and the yellow goes right through or Brad standing, or you cross this a bit and punch it through the hole. Mike McEwen's going to have to make a beauty to stay in this game.
This will be all about the right weight. Don't overthrow it to get that finish
whoa,
at the
now,
end.
Whoa, clean, whoa, clean, whoa.
Ryan Fry.
Whoa, Ryan, yep.
Now Ryan Harnden.
Yep, right to it, Pete.
Come on, Ryan.
All in the direction you want that stone to go. Get across the nose. Oh, they'll rattle it off, and they'll punch it towards the hole, but not through. They are sitting 2 top and back edge of the 4.
This might be the shot. That's the shot for sure.
Heavy? Huh? Heavy?
Probably a little heavy. Yeah. I thought you were right up the stick. Maybe just a little heavy.
Heavy, eh?
Yeah, just a bit heavy. Cool.
Well, you threw light bump, but I'll throw bump. Okay. It's a little heavier here, right?
There's the
I thought it
call.
was closer when after I threw it.
Because they hadn't played this side, you heard Mike say it could be a little heavier here. That's smart ice reading.
Big bumper, guys.
Sure. Okay.
Beach was a bit light.
He was just hack only.
They roll in here, and Northern Ontario can't get second shot by running their top red stone back, I don't think.
No, he just kicked light. Just kicked light. How's that ice though?
Max. A little less. That looks better, I think, to me.
Okay.
Everybody needs to be on the same page here, because if it is a hair slower, then it will have time to curl.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mike McEwen.
Close. Yep. Hard.
Trying to win Manitoba's first championship since Jeff Stoughton in 2011.
Hard.
Picked.
Hard.
And they're all over those guards, and now the Rays. Oh, they're going to get a break here.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That was a huge break.
Look at the angle, Cheryl. First of all, it's buried. Even if you can hit it, you're jamming it.
Kicked right away. Yeah.
Could you have made it that good the other way?
Oh, that pick hard.
I don't think so.
Just move in there, nice.
Nice to move that enough. So that's right.
Just get to know. Yeah, just get to nose.
Just get to nose and try to lay 2.
Yeah.
Back 8?
Back 8, back 12.
Just back 8.
Or we can just draw.
Well, I think we want to throw. I think we want to throw like back 4 with sweeping, tap it and lay 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back 4, back 8.
I like it.
I think it might be easier to guess. Just tap weight rather than pure straight draw weight out here.
Yes.
Back 4, back 8.
Good and bad pick. Pretty much the exact same shot. But a double raise instead.
Back line.
Whoa. EJ.
EJ, go on it now.
Brad Jacobs. His
All
first.
you got, Each.
Whoa, yep. Heat,
All you got now. Trying to hold that line. Trying to get it by the guard first. Get it by. They did. Now take it all the way down. And between them, oh, it'll rub and it'll sit. And they are sitting 2.
Real good stone to get it that tight to the guard.
You shot me in 2?
Yeah.
Just gotta weld this.
Yeah, and then he's got the tap for 2, right? That's all we got, I think.
I don't see anything else.
No.
He's got to weld it. He's got top for 2, but.
New Brunswick, Quebec, 2 teams at 5 losses, need to stay there. New Brunswick sitting the 2, final rock on the way for Jean-Michel Menard from Lévis. And he'll get them all going. 1, 2, 3, Quebec, 5-3 going to the break.
My team Quebec, they're 3-5, but they might be leading on the highlight shots. To stick around, feather that red.
Now the problem for Mike on this shot is he didn't get a very good read on his first one with the pick, so now you're throwing this for the first time and you have to make a perfect freeze.
Bad? I think so. No, should be pretty good.
Final stone for Manitoba, Mike McEwen.
Okay, well, we got room.
Stay with that.
Got room just for weight. Heavy
Team
now,
has been
Beach.
together for
Back
9
eight.
years.
Denny!
McEwen saying you just didn't see us blowing it up. There was nothing better out there.
Hard, Matt!
Sticking together has paid off as they get to their first Brier. And now tap it back.
Okay.
And their shot rocked for the moment. But that little tap back.
All right, holy crap. That
Shot stone is the Manitoba stone at the back 4.
Yeah.
Draw weight, you could have got to no problem. I mean, they almost did theirs too much too.
Well, at least.
Where'd you get
Northern Ontario at the back 4.
Just, I think, Vic.
Give me just an inch more.
Good speed here. Yeah.
Looks like they've got
Wasn't sure that was by.
Good. Yeah, good speed.
turn tap for 2 here on that red.
I know.
How do you got to take more ice then to get to the button?
Look up. Let's go, Brad.
You both didn't throw it good, and you both made good shots.
I know, but the reason why I got so close is because he pounded it to make a curl. That's part of the reason.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to just...
Can you back up, please?
So just right next door, Mike Kennedy waiting for his sheet to be chamoised in the break. Just got in the eye line of Brad Jacobs. Looks like your buddy in golf is standing a little too close to the tee blocks. And
Oh, line's good. Ryan. Back 8. No, Ryan, not Ryan. Back 4. Line's good. Back 4. Yep. No. Back 8. Back 8. Back 8. Thin. Well, yep. Thin. Thin.
I don't. Yep. Is it bumping it too hard?
No, we're good.
no,
Great
it's
shot,
perfect. Not bumping that too hard. These houses are not as lively as we usually expect. 2. Northern Ontario. They'll lead it going to the break.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Northern Ontario picks up 2 in the 5th to take a 4-2 lead, and he just seems to have a better handle on things right now, Brad Jacobs.
Well, yeah, he talked about not struggling as much with figuring out the ice. He knows where to put the broom down. They are throwing everything in with urgency, like it's a last shot, key shot. Makes this one perfect with the right weight, right ice.
The tap up.
Great shot, Brad.
For 2. Key shot is brought to you by Scotty's. A tissue for any issue. Brad Jacobs is with Kathy.
Brett, we've seen some changing conditions of the ice, and yet you don't seem to be struggling with it as much as others have.
Well, I think we're just collectively as a team really communicating a lot about the ice and trying to do our best to figure it out and make as many shots as possible. And to be honest with you, we think the ice is pretty good. Yeah, there's some frost creeping in and whatnot, but like I said, you just need to communicate, figure stuff out, and for the most part, the ice doesn't change a whole lot.
You're the only undefeated team in this field. What do you think has led to that success so far?
It's cliche, but it's one shot at a time. It's one game at a time, and I think just bringing maximum effort and displaying that on every single shot. Playing like it's our last Brier. Playing with a lot of desire and a lot of urgency. I think that's what we're trying to do.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay, thanks, Cap.
And he's playing with a lot of confidence as you go inside the numbers. Right now, Brad Jacobs at 95% compared to Mike McEwen's 83%. The low man on the ice, that is Manitoba's second, Matt Wozniak, only at 68%. 4-2, Northern Ontario. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years.
Well, you can't have a Brier anymore without the sociables, and it's nice that they've arrived here for the championship weekend.
That somewhere in there is the TSN theme.
Really?
Miles Davis, Herb Alpert, Chris Bodie, he's not. But thank you for trying. As we welcome you back to the arena at TD Place. Northern Ontario picks up the deuce. They lead 4-2 over Manitoba and Mike McEwen. But there is a difference just in right now confidence, it seems, as we come out of the concourse and look out and over. The arena here, which of course is tucked in underneath the grandstand of the stadium where the Red Blacks play. It'll be Manitoba does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones here in 6. But it's obvious just in that interview that Brad Jacobs did with Kathy. You know, you come out here, you play one shot at a time. Yes, cliche, but in fact, you deal with each shot depending on, Cheryl, the conditions. And if the conditions are changed, then the shot maybe has to change with it.
Yeah, and I think experience for them dealing with this. I also think they don't talk about it too much. Sometimes teams over-talk the ice issues, and then I think it really builds up and gets in. They just seem to go, yep, this is what it is. Put the broom down and throw.
They'll have this Northern Ontario. They have some intense discussions of strategy, and all of a sudden you'll hear Brad once in a while say, "Now, let's talk about how we're going to make it.
Get it in.
You know, let's really focus on where to put the broom, what weight are we going to throw, what's appropriate." And they really do, you know, try harder than some of the players sometimes. I think that's part of their advantage. Every shot's a war.
Yeah, they bring it back to how to make it, not so much the discussion on what's the ice and what's this. And
you remember, too, they had a very disappointing first half of the season. Well, their Bonspiel season for the most part. They didn't have any wins. They were number 8. They won just over $51,000. But they were in a bit of a rut. They lacked confidence. They were getting on each other's nerves. And then over the Christmas break, they got together, they sorted it out, they refocused, and of course, they went on and played in the Skins game, and they said that that's what really turned them around in Banff when they won, I think it was 71,000 and change.
It was.
It's okay, it's halfway. Halfway! Okay.
Brad admitted the sweeping was a distraction to their team, and they really, and with that much intensity on a team and they're missing shots because of brushing, I think they just all needed a break from the game.
Coming down.
Danny, yep. Both, yes. Yep. 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 Keep going, Danny. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Attaboy. Good.
I'm just guarding ours again.
Newfoundland Labrador as they play in 5. That stolen 3 by Brad Gouju is really stands out on the scoreboard. And now he has a chance to add a couple more. One game off the pace of Northern Ontario with just the one loss.
Yep. Hard! To it! Hard!
Brett Gallant. And they'll get their deuce. A win would guarantee them a spot in the 1-2 page playoff.
Line's good. Clean. Clean, Danny.
And that's the goal of all the teams. That's what you want to do. You have to get to the 1-2. Doesn't matter if you're the first or second. Really, it's all about having 2 chances to get to the Brier final.
And it so happens that tomorrow morning, in the final draw, it is Northern Ontario against Newfoundland and Labrador, and that first place could be decided then, depending on the results. So here are the standings coming in, and honestly, we never thought that this was going to evolve this way, when you had this good a field. But right now you've got the 4 teams. The best that some of them can do is 4 losses, Alberta included. Manitoba is the only one that could fall back. They have the 3 games remaining, this one, 2 more. They could go to 5 losses if you lose all 3. That would bring 5 lost teams in for a possible tiebreak.
Line's good.
But 1 win for Manitoba in their final 3 would lock up
Line's
a
good.
playoff spot.
A little tighter. Pretty tight.
Line's fine. Shot.
I'm sure that was part of the discussion. Just to that point, Vic, besides discussing the broom and the issue with their 1 stolen broom is their sports psychologists, and I think they work with Kyle Paquette would have talked about not focusing on that, that they had to win a game and just try to bring it back to what they've got to do out there and your standard 1 shot at a time. That's a benefit for this team of having sports psychologists. They've got John Mead. They've got a lot of experience on the bench to help them with
Taking a hit and roll.
those types of issues.
On this one. You got. Yeah.
Or that one.
I like that better. Side that or.
I just wondering if you roll that way.
I don't mind this.
Does he be able to nose it off of his own, right?
And there is John. So much credit has been given to John, the 2-time Canadian champion, world champion with Jeff Stoughton in what he has brought to the team. You know, the personal training, the nutrition, the sports psychologist, giving them more focus.
Good easy.
And this year it got them through Manitoba and here to their first ever Canadian Men's Curling Championship.
Hard, really hard. Gotta go. Hard! Hard! Go, 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 go.
Okay. Good.
And John felt like one of his main roles here was to help Mike McEwen with distractions, with the media, there's so much more here than at many events, and he thought that that would be a prime role for him, was to help him with all the different distractions that will come up here.
Well, it's like, I think so.
That's definitely the call. Control?
Yeah.
Similar, almost a carbon copy of
We just knows it.
N4.
It's fine. Firm control.
Roll it behind our red's good too.
If you remember, Brad tried to roll in this situation through a really narrow intern, rolled right through.
Yeah.
It's a chance for the 2 for Manitoba.
Away, I guess, right? Yeah.
You like that, Ice?
Good way.
Clean. Whoa.
Clean, yep.
Northern Ontario has won 5 Canadian titles. Last was by Jacobs in 2013.
Yep. Gotta
go, Ryan. All right. No roll.
And he will roll it. And just
Pretty good, Brad.
he just curled off, but he wanted to go behind. That's where he sits.
Pretty good.
So there's no guard available.
I'm thinking like a bump.
Yeah, you're probably not going to kill this.
No, well, we don't have to. Bumper right here.
This has to be 3rd shot, that's all.
The thinner that I can hit this, the better.
And stick around for 3rd shot.
Because you want this to stay here.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
I think I can make it with bump.
You afford to hit, what, a 3rd with bump, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be about nose for bump.
Okay.
Trying to roll, get some separation, but more importantly, kick out that red one. And if they can kind of end up in this corner, there won't be a double without a jam.
Somewhat in front of you.
Tough shot.
Right.
I have to throw enough weight to push that. Even if it's spun to the center line, it wouldn't be bad.
Oh.
Here, Mikey, here we go.
No, I don't think so.
Soft bump. Hard.
Hard. Good bump. Hard.
Mike McEwen in his first, and Matt Wozniak is with him all the way.
Go, Matt. Go, 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 go. Whoa, whoa.
Ah, shoot.
Shot rock still belongs to Northern Ontario. T-line, side of the button.
Okay. Weight was good. Just a little narrow.
Yeah, weight was fine.
Close but no cigars. That's up the double.
It's hard to take more ice.
More ice, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of overcurls for Mike himself.
Sounds like he's not believing the ice, Cheryl.
Yeah, the kind of the sighing and the body language, it just, that's the exasperation of not maybe knowing where to put the broom down. And Russ is right, it's been overcurls. It could be a rock, but I think by this point they probably have tracked the rocks and are pretty confident with what they're throwing.
How much of the fatigue factor comes into play here?
Come on, Ryan.
A lot.
Hard, Ryan. Hard, Ryan.
One. Oh, dear.
Jeez.
And they just will touch it back. And they've left them the deuce.
A little unlucky if they touch it behind the red one. You can't get the Northern Ontario rock out. If you move that yellow one another inch, which wouldn't have been hard to do, you're sitting 2. Oh.
I can't believe this didn't go out.
Stops there, you probably can't score 2. If it rolls another inch, you probably can't get 2. Wow.
Again, the houses not quite as lively as we've come to expect.
This should be perfect. Okay.
The rocks are still lively.
Yeah, I threw that.
They pop
one.
off each other
Finish lots.
the way we have come to expect, but not the houses. A little bit of a gift here.
Yep.
Make the most of it.
Hard.
Mike McEwen, his last.
Whoa,
Nice
yeah.
bumper. Nice bumper.
Hard.
Danny Neufeld.
Right to it, you're good.
Hard. Up. Right up. Hard. Really gotta go.
Danny.
Really gotta go.
Don't want to roll. Oh, and he good. He avoids the jam. So the chance was given. Chance was taken. We're even at 4.
It's definitely not as fast as last night yet. Slower.
It dies way more.
Yeah.
I don't think sweeping would have got that out.
No?
Well, it would have gone over like edge of the 8-foot there. Like you wouldn't have been able to sweep it till like the last 2 feet.
It was half out though.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't have been able to sweep it to here.
Oh, I see this way. Yeah.
It went on such an angle.
You can throw the out turn for this card.
To see what it does.
I don't think it's bad there, but it would be worth throwing one.
You threw your draw there, and
No, I threw like just outside middle 8.
Yeah.
So for the guard, you're gonna need middle 12.
I'll ice you more on the first rock, and if I don't, just tell me to.
Because I'm always the first one.
Yeah.
I'm always like, it's like that. It's like the stuff builds up, right? And I'm the first one to go through it.
Those poor leads, eh? They always get the bad stones. They always have to throw through the worst ice. As we welcome you back, a 4-4 tie. And there he is, throwing first. Ryan Harnden.
You have to carry the brooms. You have to cut your lawn.
It's Northern Ontario does have the last draw. Play the Redstones here in 7.
RDJ!
Really good point by Ryan Harnden. Cheryl saying that he's the first one to throw through it, meaning the first one each end, and the ice tightens up a bit, whether it's a wee bit of frost or it's just tightening up a little bit, but they are noticing the rocks grabbing a little bit. And that's the difference in playing in an arena than it is in a curling club.
The only other shot's this. Yeah. Sure. Like that better? Yeah. I think so.
What do you think about for speed here?
This is wider than we've ever been, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe a little more?
Yeah.
Really through last time on the back 8?
Yeah, I'd give a little more. Yeah.
Heard Matt saying this is wider than they've been before, so a new path.
Yep. Just line. Whoa. Heavy. Yep.
Careful, boys.
Hard.
Hard, Danny.
Hard.
Hard, Danny.
Hard.
Wait's really good.
Whoa, Danny. Whoa.
Wait's really good. Little tap, little tap, little tap.
Yep.
Beach.
Yep. Tap that so it's lined up here. Shot.
That's back 8 still, eh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a good throw, though. You need it.
Northern Ontario is the shot rock. That red stone, center line back 4.
Jan, though?
No. Not if you hit it on to get rid of the shoot.
Cross the face.
No, I know that. I don't like that.
No.
Let's go each.
What do you like, boys? I'm open.
Run it. Cross the face.
Cross the face.
I like this. I think this gives them their best chance at maybe getting out of this with a blank. They don't want to get forced this end, and you start playing into the forefoot, and you will.
Yep.
Yep. Like his attitude.
Yep.
I'm open, boys. What do you like?
Well, yep. Yep. Whoa.
Run it back, cross the face.
Okay. That's better.
And they'll get rid of the shot rock. It now belongs to Manitoba, and it's covered.
Still pretty good situation for the Force, though. Chance to sit 3. One's underneath cover.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Danny! Hard, Danny. Hard. Really gotta go. Go.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, he threw that pretty hard. Yeah.
All right.
Just save that one.
Half.
Time to start cleaning things up here for Northern Ontario. Peel weight, half a rock.
So speed's what it's been, what you've been.
Quebec, New Brunswick as they play in 6. New Brunswick looks to be sitting 1, chance for a couple.
Well, there is for sure. Jean-Michel Manawa tried to make the double on his final stone, just got to the nose and got 1, and so this is a draw for 2.
As we watch the shooter back up from E.J. Harnden and back up into the hole.
And by the way, Russ, that knock that you'll hear at the door in a couple moments is me and all the front ends returning your lawnmower and telling you what you can do with it.
Really, it's good. It's fresh air. Come on.
Never off it.
Here's your weed whacker.
Yeah.
Never off it. Never off it.
And here's some instructions on what you can do with it.
Good, Mike.
For the 2.
Pretty thin, Fry. Order.
Brian Fry.
Whoa.
Run!
Heat.
Ryan! Hard ground!
Yes, Brian, yes!
Yep.
In behind.
Okay.
Maybe, and just it's sitting back, edge of the 8.
Not what they wanted.
It's not the best of luck.
Just sit it a little thin. No pressure. Tough.
With that kind of weight, you can get so much action by hitting it thin. It goes straight through.
It's unreal. It traveled 7 feet after hitting 2 rocks. The bad news right in behind, though, so there's still a chance to force for Manitoba.
Yeah.
Room. You got room. Lots of room.
Line's close to his back here.
Wait's good. Yeah, he's back there.
Clean, Matt.
All back there right now.
Yeah.
Hard! Coming down!
Wait's good.
Whoa.
Wait's good, Mike.
Just make sure he's here.
He's there.
Yep. Whoa.
Matt.
Yep. Right up.
Nice sweep, guys.
Yeah, he's there. Lovely.
Couldn't have put it in a much better place. Very nice weight.
Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Labrador, Kathy.
Brad Gushue did not roll towards that biter on the left-hand side, and so it is an open hit for Adam Casey to take 2 and to bring this game a little bit closer.
Clean.
Back line!
Clean.
Rope. Yep.
Casey at 2 and 7 out of the Summerside and Charlottetown area.
Hey, Brad. EJ. Whoa.
A little aggressive on that one. Hey? A little aggressive on that one.
A little heavier than they wanted there.
What was the whoa call?
Sorry?
What was his whoa call?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I think you can make this. Yeah, even.
Oh.
You force him to freeze, and then we freeze.
Hack weight. Oh, you just tapping it a bit.
I was thinking so.
Okay. My first thought was to throw like a hack weight, get rid of it.
Oh, geez. I think if it touches any yellow, it doesn't go.
Well, if you're under, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess we could even roll over here, right? Okay.
I mean, whatever you think.
No,
I mean, I don't mind your call either.
Okay, just the hack. That would be...
I think you'd love to get that red one out of there.
Maybe just get the inside. I think you should get rid of it.
They talked about tapping it, Cheryl, and kind of staying on the corner, but if you tap it out in the open, it might be a yellow double.
Like back.
Territories pick up 2 and 6 to take the lead on BC.
At least if you nose that you're in the 4-foot. Wide open, kind of. Well, he's going to nose us to stay on it, and then we're wide open. That's not good. It'd be better to get underneath. Okay. Right? So when I make a freeze, everything's under? Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Light hack. Light hack, okay. We want to just get underneath. Okay. It's got to be good speed down the middle, right? I think so.
I think so, Mikey.
Yeah.
Back
Green.
line.
12 only.
Go then. Hard, Matt. Really hard. Really hard.
Watch that center line. Watch how this goes here as Wozniak tries to hold the line on it. Here comes that off-center guard. Here it comes.
Hard.
Oh, great brush for him to get that, and then across the face, push it back.
Okay.
Not quite far enough. It'll stay for second shot.
Okay.
Just got caught on weight. It was probably closer to backline, and they wanted hack. Great brushing to hold it.
Hard to believe he could over curl it there, but he did.
Well, he could miss it. It's curling in there pretty good.
Another over curl by Mike McEwen.
With the in.
With the in, yeah.
And just safely on the nose.
What's that?
And then get to nose, and if we're on nose, we're on nose.
Is
Think
it?
you can play this way?
There.
If we just get to nose, he's going to make a perfect freeze, and if he does, it's
No, he
worse.
can
If
bump
doesn't,
it. He can
might-
bump it.
Sorry? Yeah, but he's still going to make it good.
I mean, I know this is there, but
I think this is super tough.
I think
so,
it's there with this turn too.
I don't disagree with that.
okay. So we're gonna try to do that. Then,
The
right?
same weight I just threw, right? Like a little less than what I just threw. Because realistically, if you push this to here,
Yeah, it's a back. Just
Like if
wait.
we make this, what's he play?
What?
He's got to play a straight come around.
We got to
probably,
make
yeah.
this, and then
But
he's
I just-
probably trying to freeze to it anyway.
well,
Yeah.
we'll
The
try
more we
for
can get it over here, the better.
Yeah. Just back line.
Okay, let's go.
Trying to overroll?
They are.
Wow.
I was surprised they didn't maybe go the other turn if you're going to play this.
Just back line.
But they just said Mike's moved so much, so going off that read.
Looks a little tight to me.
Yeah. I would
Right.
think it's... So they're trying to hit the right-hand half of that yellow one.
They are.
Wow. That's a lot of finish at the end here.
Kind of pretty much throwing the same shot that Mike just did.
Back line. Little soft.
They have to really
Go.
feather that guard with
EJ. Whoa.
EJ, all you got.
McEwen Stone.
Yep.
EJ Harnden not as close this time.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Good. Good.
Does it too?
Sorry, Freeze.
I mean, the only other shot is this.
Because if you're not, you're going to be right here. Still have it for 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I like the freeze if you like it.
You played this, and we were right here on yours.
Team McEwen were almost like to have seen that one more buried so they could utilize the guard here. And it's if you put this on the corner, they might still be able to hammer it out of there for 2.
Okay. Back line, just a hair more than back.
Swelled it, boys.
All right, Mikey, here we go.
Speed's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had about, I mean, it's not, you had just more than back line on your last.
Yeah. Throwing a very different spot. Like, as far as draw speed, though.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's, you haven't thrown this out. This out turns
Look at that
quicker
ice even still.
than the in. The in kind of dies coming in.
Yeah. Okay. Swelled it.
Territories with a 5-4 lead. And all kinds of pressure on BC. It looks like a chance for 2 for Cotter.
Indeed it is. Jamie Cooey hit and rolled out on his final stone, and so that brings that red one in the 12-foot into play. If Jim can get to the nose.
McEwen's last is on the way, and there still seems to be some doubt in his mind, front end's mind, about where to put the brush, what to throw.
Right to it. Clean. Hard. Hard.
There's the 2 for BC to jump back in front. And then just that little tap back, a little bit of separation now.
Jeez.
Same shot, right?
I was hacked.
Well, you still need
Just back 12. I was a little heavy there.
Russ, what are they missing here? What's Mike McEwen missing?
It's the over curls, and I don't know whether, I don't think it's the rocks, but it's I think it's a fraction slower, so they're just gripping a little bit more.
So I'm not going to try to throw it that
They might have reconditioned the rocks again. I didn't hear that. None of the curlers said anything, but he just can't quite take enough fight. That's a good shot, but not when you've got a team like this throwing the next one. Anything higher, Vic, and you know, I'm a firm believer that there's trends or patterns with every curler, and in this case, in this game, it's overcurl, overcurl, overcurl with Mike himself. Only by enough, you know, a little bit, but could cost him 3.
I would wonder too, because Brad Jacobs throws a lot more positive release.
Great
too.
point. I might be fooling him. Eh?
Yeah, maybe icing off.
Yep. Whoa. EJ.
Chance for 3. First thing, though, got to get it by this guard. EJ Harnden, get it by that guard. They do. Come over, touch shot stone, tap it back and sit for 3. Eight straight wins, and he'll break it open here with a 3 spot in 7. EJ Harnden, Ryan Harnden, some late licks, and more. They look very, very good. Before we go to break, let's check in on the game between New Brunswick and Quebec. And Quebec is sitting that shot stone covered final rock. Jean-Michel Menard.
And Jean-Michel is playing the tap on his stone that is currently 3rd shot, trying to move it into the 4-foot for the 2nd point.
The arm went up as to say it's a little bit heavy, so stay off it. Philippe Menard. Eric Sylvain. Bump, tap, sit, 2 for Quebec. Northern Ontario picks up 3 and 7 to lead 7-4 over Mike McEwen. So what's wrong with Mike so far in his draw game? It may just come down to way each of these skips throws.
Exactly, like he's throwing the way Mike always does, but he's icing off Brad Jacobs' throw. And you see Brad on the right, he's got a lot more deliberate rotation when he releases. Mike McEwen on the left, a little softer. And when you follow Brad's ice down the sheet, you get an overcurl for Mike McEwen.
There's probably, at least, Russ, just in that picture, a 1/4 turn more on the Jacobs stone than on the McEwen rock.
And multiply that by 146 feet, and you've got a different path on the way down. And with these textured stones, with a little bit of frost, that can make all the difference.
And it can just be, you know, Mike, that's the way he throws and it works. It's just you're following Brad down afterwards and getting caught where you're putting the brim.
Yeah, excellent point. It's not that Mike's doing anything wrong.
No.
I mean, he's one of the best curlers that's played this game for years, but it's just a different situation, and you don't play against Jacobs every day, so you've got to make that adjustment.
Okay, I'm going to ask maybe what is naive. If I'm watching this at home, back in the day when Bingyu Wang was winning out of China, no one threw it the way Bingyu Wang did because she threw it from the next sheet.
Right.
A little bit.
Why doesn't Mike McEwen just throw his stone based on his ice knowledge? Why look at the other person?
Well, I guess ideally you do that. If you're playing against a Bingyu Wang who just softened everything and got a foot and a half more curl, you tried not to watch it, but you just do, and you're following the other teams. You're getting information on the ice. Is it slowing down? Where's the break point? You tend to want to watch not just your 80 rocks, but the 80 the opponent's playing, and I think it just gets in your head. You see Jacobs throw, and you go, oh, that didn't break very hard. That didn't snap, and you just assume it's a little straighter there.
Oh, but shouldn't you?
Hit it. Good. Hard, Brad.
Shouldn't you realize that he's putting more turn on the stone than I? If I'm McEwen, shouldn't I look at that and go, well, right, see, the reason he's getting it because he's putting more turn on it.
Sometimes you don't see it from the other end is the issue. They hit the berm, they come out, you don't see that extra rotation. It's not a set, it's not a back motion, it's just more rotation, and you don't see it as a skip.
We're not down there either, but with these aggressive stones and this a little bit of frost that Mike wouldn't have seen very often. I haven't curled with Mike every weekend, but I don't think he's seen too much frost. I think that's what's causing a bigger disparity between the two releases. I think with zero frost out here, that little rotation, less rotation Mike has wouldn't be as big a difference.
No.
Okay.
Newfoundland Labrador, and they are looking like an 8-1 team, aren't they?
Oh, they are looking very sharp. Brad Gushu's just in a different zone this week. He's looking to pick this stone off. That was the last stone thrown by Adam Casey, the attempted freeze.
Pick through the hole for 3 more.
Looking like 8-1.
Wow. A win by Newfoundland Labrador would put them into that 1-2 page playoff. Just a question of will they be first or second?
I had the pleasure of playing with Brad that one season, and he popped his out turn, and not that that was wrong either, but it was very difficult to read. It just would not curl. He totally changed that, and his out turn just looks like money. His hitting percentage is off the charts this week.
Yep. Where? Back 8.
No, it's not.
It's coming down.
It's top 8.
Right
in front of that one.
Here. Yeah, keep going, Matt. Matt. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Okay.
Not that option.
Make any sense? Can't roll over the wing?
Oh, good.
Yeah, you got him.
Yeah. I don't like
no,
that.
Definitely not that. Hit and roll, Brad.
Hold on. Come here, Fry. Just get up. Come here. Stop.
Let's go talk.
just for a chat.
It's tough yelling down, back and forth down the sheet. Sometimes gets frustrating and skips can't hear.
I think we love each other.
Yeah. You just want to hit and roll?
Yeah.
I just want to take our time here. You don't think that shot's there?
What's that? I don't think it's worth risking it.
No? Okay. Yeah, because I guess if you straight jam it, it's real bad. All right.
I like normal.
Normal hit and roll?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brad
Worst case,
really
if you
likes
roll out,
the...
it's not the end of the world.
He says to say hi to you guys.
Yeah. Let's make this.
Normal weight.
Okay.
Sometimes the intensity at one end doesn't reach the other end.
As far as you can go with it.
Little imbalance.
Okay, let's make it. Throw it good.
Yep. Whoa, Pete.
EJ.
Whoa, EJ.
EJ. Whoa, Ryan. Ryan.
No.
EJ. EJ.
Whoa, it's fine.
Roll or no?
No. Yep.
And we'll squirt a little too far, so it's now the 4th shot. Northern Ontario sitting 2 without.
The funny thing, it used to be Ryan Fry that caused that kind of intensity out in the ice years ago, and now he's the one that diffuses it on the team.
So true.
Could make this right to here.
As long as that doesn't jam. What's that? Yeah, it's
That's good.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't jam.
It's never jamming. It's like a pretty natural jam to me. Is it going underneath ours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw.
You got to throw it harder. Normal.
It's a firm normal.
Okay.
Trying desperately to separate the yellows here, so they want to roll right, but obviously the risk is chipping out your own back rock here.
Yep.
So curl.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa. Matty.
BJ Neufeld.
Gotta go. Roll that.
Go, Danny.
Go.
Right over.
Go. Shot.
Great shot. Start making hit and rolls with Peel weight.
Shot, BJ.
Joe might be there, I think.
What are you throwing?
Normal.
Yeah, I could try. Just have to curl a little more.
Yeah.
And then you get it on the edge.
This draws.
Little cups. Throw here.
Brad Jacobs.
Solid. Clean. Whoa.
Representing Northern Ontario for the third straight Brier.
Clean. Right.
Yep.
Right.
Right to it.
Hard right.
Yep.
Hard. Straight up.
Good.
Still sitting to 2. Well, Jacobs obviously looking very good, 100% on his draws. Draw weight, there's the problem for Mike McEwen, 75%. Still hasn't got the ice figured out, 80% overall. Advantage Jacobs, advantage Northern Ontario, 7-4 on the scoreboard. Player numbers are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella.
Like 2/3 high.
Going to give the double a try here with like a board weight. Trying to save the Rockies throwing. It's getting a little whiter out there, Cheryl. You can see it.
Yeah, creeping in a bit.
Yep.
Good bump.
Whoa. Yep.
Hard.
Really hard.
Okay, I don't
They're
think you
just
can go over the top
big,
of
huge
this.
hook.
Do you?
I think you
No
can
point
with
for
Peel,
it.
yeah.
Really? I don't.
With what turn? Because we can't jam that.
Roll it over there.
7-5 Quebec.
Make any sense to roll it
Those
over?
lousy
That's how it's
outside
taken.
biters. Eh? You look at those and go, how did you get there? So New Brunswick, chance for 2.
I'll tell you how it got there, Vic.
Okay.
It was first shot. Jean-Michel Menard was making a double, and it was one of those rocks that was really moving a lot, but it just hit that dead patch, if you will, out there and stopped. And so not able to roll under on his final stone, leaves an open hit for Mike Kennedy for 2.
Good.
And now we know. Thanks, Kathy.
Just normal. Half a rock with normal. Roll it over there.
Yeah, they're just playing the double jams, doesn't it?
It'd be very close. I'm surprised Ryan said it couldn't go across the top. I'm sure Brad Jacobs can throw it hard enough, get it thick enough to go across the top here. Just make sure you sit 2 here.
Well, this one, of course, has the relegation implication. The Territories draw for 2.
It definitely is a draw for 2, a chance to lead really in control of this end. Jim Cotter had to open up the front on his first one and wasn't able to get rid of the extra Northwest Territories stone, so needs full 8 foot.
Go right. Go.
If the Territories lose, they would be the relegated team. If BC should lose, then it becomes a situation where we may have drawn to the button to determine which team goes down prior to next year's Tim Hortons Brier in St. John's, Newfoundland.
I throw bombs.
Yeah. That would be one pressure draw to the button.
Definitely could have.
What a brilliant curling shot.
That was nice to get one of those throws where I was tight and I put it back.
Yeah, just like you normally throw?
Yeah. Well.
Up, weight, roll 9 feet, frozen. Very nice.
Pretty nice.
Mine's good.
Needs a piece of the 8-foot to draw against 2. And they haven't let up, have they, Wozniak and Neufeld?
Really got to go.
Wow.
All right, guys, keep it going.
All the way for these two. It's all about the carry. Denny Neufeld will stay with it, and they'll drag it to the top edge of the 4. Northern Ontario leads it by 2.
I think it's really amazing to stay at this level at the age he's at and still has a hunger for the game, and to be here and be one of the top teams of the world, it's incredible.
It's amazing that he's still smooth as ever.
It's actually remarkable if you think of other sports and the longevity of careers and stuff like that, and the career that he has is just been incredible. It's hard to really express in words what he's done.
No one on our team will be age 53 playing the game at this level. I don't think it's possible.
Mighty impressive, hard to imagine. What can you say? I mean, to be that consistently good for that long is unbelievable.
Just to have that much consistency for that long, that in itself puts you in the conversation for greatest curler ever.
And will this be, in fact, the last time we see Glenn Howard? Made no suggestion that. He usually now at this point in his career does it year to year. But he'll be on the ice tonight. Disappointing week for them. They come in at 4-6 against Team Canada at 5-5. Pat Simmons still with that outside chance. One of those teams at 5 losses has to stay there. Then hope for Manitoba to lose their way out. Manitoba with 3 games remaining would have to lose all 3 to bring 5-loss teams into a tiebreaker play. As we welcome you back, Manitoba getting that single in 8. Northern Ontario leads by 2. Once again, they will have the last drive. They have the Hammer playing the Redstone.
You see the double guards go up by Manitoba. Indication all-out steal. They really have to steal 3 ends in a row.
All right, Matty, what do you want? T-line? Back 8, back 4, back 8.
Which is not unheard of, you know. You've got the advantage of 2 guards up front.
Got a hair heavy right now.
Yeah.
Back 8. Close. Yep. Back 8. Back 12. Whoa. Beach.
Go ahead, BJ.
Beach. Hard. Touch it.
Okay. Not bad.
Need to push that a little sooner on the curl side to kind of click that top red and set up a pocket.
Whoa. Right. Catch it.
No.
The same, eh?
Got hair less. Back 8. Whoa. Close. Beach. Really gotta go. Whoa.
Hard, Denny. Hard, Denny.
Okay. It's not bad. They're good.
Getting good results. What do you think?
Let's go, each.
Try to get this yellow one in the left-hand corner.
Yep, yep. Real hard. Real hard. Whoa, whoa. Shot each.
That a boy each.
Very nice.
Wait there.
Halfway.
Yep. Yep, make it usable. Yep. Good.
It's good.
Good, Dave. Good.
Make it usable, meaning get it tight enough that if you get behind it, it'll be that much tougher to come around and chase something. It's not going to stay there very long anyways.
Easy. Clean.
Both these teams are such good front-running teams. That's a frustration. One of them gets this kind of a lead, and it's just difficult to set rocks in good places with the high weight ability that they have.
Matt's in.
A little more weight. It's gonna curl a bunch.
Yep. Yep.
It's heavy.
Yeah, you're in, so go. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Jeez. Okay. Is that much extra out of my hand? I didn't think so.
Not
Nice.
sharp, Manitoba.
Quarter.
Sets up the double here, a little less than half.
Yep. Whoa, 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 Pete. Yep,
Right.
Pete.
Oh. Surgical.
That thing's safe.
It's all right. It's all right.
Goodness.
Bunch next, and I think you freeze it.
So this, or we just...
Keep in mind when you're playing a shot like this, you're only hitting a good thick quarter of it. That brings risk into flashing everything.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Maybe that's our best chance. I don't
Sure.
see. I don't
Yeah,
see.
I agree.
I don't see a steal here.
I agree.
Okay. Bumper.
Try and just make a good line call.
Yeah. Good luck. Wow. It's really got them
sort of thinking we
confused.
try to get out of this with a blank. Try and lie 3 next end.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Just hitting and rolling it on top? Yeah.
I think this confusion in the ice and everything started last night, and they're going to want to try to figure it out in one of these next 2 games and then in playoffs. You don't want to have that kind of doubt going into a playoff round.
Whoa, whoa. Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hard, hard, hard. Hard.
Hard. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Yep.
Shot.
It's pretty good.
Right on the nose. I like it. It's that, like, if the firm control.
It's going to be like normal-ish, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Normal, guys.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's it.
Try to protect the freeze, so just hit this dead on. You lose the back one, you lose the back one. You'd rather have one in front of the tee line than one in the back of the tee line.
Brent Jacobs.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easy. Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Clean.
Shot.
Let's talk about this. Huh? Let's talk about this. Taking one.
Yeah, 100% take one.
I like taking one for sure. He makes this. I think we take one.
Take one.
What do you think of that, Cheryl?
Would you ever try and make that?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. They're looking at a 3-point
I mean, we
lead,
make the double, he just
taking
takes
their
one,
going 3 points up as opposed to blanking and not having and
I
giving
think you can
Manitoba
get
the
it.
hammer.
Yeah, when you if blank and keep hammer, then Manitoba gets to throw 2 guards in the free guard zone. If you take the 3-point lead, there'll only be 1 Manitoba guard out there.
Timeout being called by Manitoba as they want to talk about this too.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would do if I was him. Yeah. So
there you go.
I would take one all day.
You'd never do it to go 2 up, but you would for 3.
Right. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to do anything to peel then.
No.
How do you get there?
Oh, I know. I got to take ice by the boards.
I know.
Well, yeah, he'll take one, and we need a miss on a peel.
Yeah, you need a pick.
Yeah.
Well, you do.
Well, the odds of a pick happening and me guessing right up to here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't think you can make it, then there's no point. Unless you just want to save 15
You
minutes.
can make it 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Let's see when I just try it, just for the sake of.
So we don't have to play the next time.
Save yourself 15 minutes. You got to play right away again. Like, this is your chance, right?
Yeah.
You'll get an idea. I don't know. Maybe you have to throw it in the next game. Maybe.
Maybe Fry.
I think you're probably going to make it. So. I'd rather you play the hit.
I think it's.
I mean, you
I
can make
personally
it
think it's
really
worth a try.
good. You can.
Well, he just picks it off for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It'll be hard though. It won't be easy.
And if you knows that he's just running it at it.
Yeah, for sure. Regardless of what we do, we need a miss. So
it's now or next then. Yeah.
Good luck.
John Meade makes a good point too. He said, "Look, it's difficult if you go down by 3. The chances of you getting 3 in the next are difficult. You want to just save your 15 minutes, go and chill because you're playing right away."
It's just a lot of respect for the opposition and knowing are you going to get any opportunities.
Edge of 12, isn't it? So this is.
I gotta assume you gotta throw 10 feet more weight.
I'm gonna be going through some weird
Probably
stuff here.
bumper up.
I think you're trying to throw bumper.
Unknown terrain.
Bumper?
You can tell visually once they get out about halfway down the sheet, it'll start getting into that white stuff.
Split the difference.
Yeah, there's a good view of it.
It'll be fine for the first half.
Okay. But again, what we talked about yesterday, Dave Merklinger pebbled differently. He put up a bigger pebble that he said would not let the white come to the top. Can it look bad and still glide?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, no question. Mike could easily overthrow this because it looked terrible, but it really might not be. It's just a bit of a guess.
We're there
right
right
around
now.
it looks way heavy. It could start to slow down now.
Coming down, Matt. Hard. Yeah. Whoa. Denny.
Oh, how good is this?
For shot, Brock.
Good throw.
Yep. Great stone.
And great confidence going forward.
That was a good guess.
Someone's really going to be on the nose.
Through like heavy hack.
Like heavy hack?
Heavy hack.
But all these shots, he's probably going to go away and lose this game, but all these shots are going to help him down the road if it has to happen again.
Good, Brad. Good throw.
And we've seen it a little bit worse in the night games, and that's what they're going on to play. So.
EJ! Please! EJ! Please! Oh,
Final stone. And away it goes, and they will get their 1. So that plan works for Northern Ontario. They'll pick up the single. They'll lead it by 3, 8-5 over Manitoba. Meanwhile, we have our first final, and it comes with Newfoundland and Labrador. Make the final 11-7 a win over PEI to improve their record to 9-1. And with that win, they have clinched a spot in the 1-2 Page playoff. Grant Cuju and the team from the Valley Haley Country Club in St. John's.
The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2016 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
Another update for you as we drop in on New Brunswick and Quebec. Both these teams with 5 losses want to stay there, need to stay there. And a chance for Quebec to get a couple.
It is indeed. Mike Kennedy came around on his final stone, but it is deep. It's in the back of the house, and that allows Jean-Michel Menard, who's already lying 1, to hit the 8-foot for 2.
Jean-Michel Menard, his brother on the right. Eric Sylvain with a very light dust. That's the 2. So Mike Kennedy will be down by a couple, and he'll have the last rock coming home. He'll also have the added knowledge of having read Russ Howard's Curl to Win. And yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's something in there how to score 3 coming home here.
There you go.
That was a chapter you didn't write.
Yeah, that's right.
Really, huh? Just connect the dots.
Yeah, exactly.
On this
funny.
Thursday afternoon, draw 15. Northern Ontario leads by 3. Manitoba with last rock playing the Yellowstones. And as you can imagine, those red Northern Ontario stones are piling up at the bumper pretty quickly.
Yeah, you heard John Meade. It was really well done, that timeout they had. We need a miss. We either need it now or we need it in the 10th end. And what he's meaning by that is you can always get the corner guard up here. You can probably get your 2 for fun, but you know, can you get the 3? And they need 1 error from Northern Ontario.
That's in the hole. Okay. Good. Good sweep.
As we check the game story, 8-5 Northern Ontario, and at times Manitoba looked good. I mean, McEwen just hasn't had the consistency. Made that really nice draw to get his deuce, but the difference is that 7th when they scored 3. And that put Northern Ontario in front to stay. And the difference, of course, in skip percentage. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Thought it was really good for Mike to throw that draw the last end. He talked about throwing hack weight. That felt like he threw close to hack weight to make that freeze. Bank that information, sorry.
Unbelievable, eh? To guess that close.
Weight's good. Pretty tight. Yeah. Line's fine. It's got to sit. Sets to stop. Good. Man. It slid.
Oh, no.
Chance to get them both here.
Ryan, whoa, Ryan. Ryan.
And he will.
The error didn't come from Northern Ontario. It came from Manitoba, setting up that double way too deep on that corner guard.
So desperate times right now for Manitoba. They need to score 3. 3 stones remaining.
Gave it a bit.
Corner freeze on that rock that just hung around the edge of the 12.
Line's close. Line's close. Husk curl a bit. Line's close.
Weight's good.
Maddie.
Weight's there.
Maddie.
Can't.
Can't?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Throw beach.
Brilliant shot.
What's that?
This way?
I
think so.
Yeah?
Where's that goal?
Doesn't matter. We just got to get rid of this back one.
I know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, even if you don't get rid of it, you're going to have an open hit on your last one.
You wouldn't want to try too hard to pick it clean and miss it, and then they freeze another one, and then your last one becomes complicated.
Picking. I like this. If you just jam it, that's fine.
Throw it good and make it. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Let's go, Brad.
Not an easy shot to actually pick it out of there. Much less than half. It's angled quite nicely for Manitoba.
Yep.
Brad Jacobs and his first. Can he end it here?
Shot.
And it's out. And that will end it. As the hands come out from Manitoba and Mike McEwen. 9 straight for the team from Northern Ontario. Make the final. 8-5. 9 in a row. And Manitoba now loses a third. They fall to 6-3. And those teams at 5 are looking and saying, is it possible? They need 2 more losses for Manitoba to be part of the tie-breaking equation. So let's go right next door. This game with have the potential of meaning something for the relegation. Right now at the territories, if they should lose this game, they would be the relegated team. As we pick up play here in this 10th, British Columbia leads at 8-7. The territories does have Lastrock playing the Yellowstones.
And it really has been a game situation of 4 men in terms of BC against 1 very strong playing Jamie Cooey. He has made countless great draws today. We've seen him make some really great hits, but it has been draw after draw that has been perfect.
Line's good.
But for Jim Cotter, needs to get around a stone belonging to Northwest Territories. Is the shot stone at the top of the 4.
Shot stone, top 4 and covered.
Hard line.
As we play skip stones here in 10.
It's all over the yellow one here. They got to be careful not to bounce.
Rich Sawatsky, and it will bounce. Sitting open.
It made a big move, and they really needed to get off that, Cheryl, and freeze it.
It did. It really caught them by surprise.
Have it right here, Jamie.
You're right. You get off, though, and try and get something out of it.
BC was sitting 2 buried, Cheryl, and Chris Schultz threw a rocket down, haired by the guard, and made a red double on the BC Rocks to leave the territories sitting 1 buried. Could be a game winner.
Yeah, Chris Shilley, the newest member of this team from the territories. There you see him. And timeout is being called.
No, I know that.
But I'm saying,
inside and we stagger.
Definite strong addition to this team.
Do you think he can get there?
Yeah.
It becomes really tough.
Well, it's a tough draw, but if he makes it, we're real close.
I mean,
unless I got this.
Yeah, like if we roll away, we got to roll the hell away.
Well, not really.
Well,
we'll get to here.
No, I know.
But he's right here.
If we roll anywhere less than 2 feet, and he's
like, if he makes it to here, I can probably still get him. Right? I just got to give him all the forefront.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, let's try and roll. Let's try and roll as far as we can, though.
Okay.
Because even if you're short, he's probably going to play the role himself, right?
Kind of wait, board.
Good board.
2 choices here. You could try to roll inside. You'd have to scare the guard, but
yeah,
kind of putting it in this
I think
place,
you got to roll
Cheryl.
a minimum of 2 feet.
You could do that, but the danger is if BC comes down and makes a real good one, you might not have a shot. But that would be,
for God's sakes.
the other option is just hit and roll over here, sit 2.
Right?
It's better to roll up than roll here.
Roll out.
Whoa! 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 Brad! No! Brad! Yep, Brad!
Jamie Cooey in a 9th Brier appearance.
Hard! Hard! Oh!
And rolling it away as Chris Shilley had hoped.
Brilliant roll.
Really nice, especially there was a lot of discussion about rolling out and
right there.
Great outcome.
Same ice.
Went in there sideways at the end. Well, no, I was thinking my shooter is really irrelevant, right? Well, it's not irrelevant. Like,
benefit for Jim is he's basically gets the same shot he just tried. Keep
Same
the brooms
weight.
down because obviously that really jumped on them.
You want it to be back 4, shot rock obviously, and buried. That's a tall order, but if there's any swingy spot in any of the sheets, it's right here in the 10th
Get on that
end.
last one. Yeah, you could bury it.
We want to welcome those of you who have just watched Quebec pick up the win over New Brunswick. This is the only game left on the ice here at the arena at TD Place. We're down to the final skip stones. It is BC's Jim Cotter leading 8-7 over the Territories and Jamie Cooey. Cooey does have the last rock. This game important for the possibility of relegation at next year's Brier in St. John's. If Cooey should lose this game, they would be relegated as they were last year and have to come through the qualifier, and they slipped too far, it looks like.
Watch Jim Cotter make so many saves all week.
Just didn't bite in at the end, but great try. You had to be deep, so there's no use being on the button shot rock, leaving it wide open.
14 is close by itself.
Territories at 1-8 coming in. Their only win coming over Ontario and Glenn Howard. It was an 8-5 win. Yes. So for the Territories,
85-ish or what? That was 14.
a win would put them at 2-8. British Columbia would also go to 2-8. Prince Edward Island are currently 2-8. If we would have 3 teams all tied at the end of round robin, they would go to their draw to the button records to determine which team is relegated. So a very big draw here for Jamie Cooey, trying to win a second.
Line's good. Line's fine.
He's already gone to 4 extra end games.
Line's good, yeah.
Not winning this one would take him to a 5th.
Stay on it. Stay down.
And he's never had the last rock in any of them. All the way down. All the way down. Robert Borden, rub and roll. And that will be for the win. Picks up 2. Final 9-7. And that is now 2-8 for Territories, 2-8 for BC. Quebec picked up the win 9-7 over New Brunswick. And so coming up tonight, that game, Manitoba needs to win now one of their last 2. Quebec, they need to stay alive with a win tonight. All those 5 lost teams are looking to bring Manitoba back into a possible tiebreaker. So, top of the table, we know Northern Ontario, Newfoundland, Labrador, they will be in the 1-2 page playoff. Alberta at 10-3 can do no worse than 4, so they are in. Manitoba, 2 games remaining. They are at 3 losses. If they lose both, they would go down to 5, and all of those teams at 5 are looking at Quebec. Can they help them and bring them back? Coming up tonight, it'll be at 7:30 Eastern Time on TSN1. We'll have Pat Simmons against Glenn Howard. Simmons trying to keep himself alive, the defending champion, and Glenn Howard with a disappointing week at 6 losses. Will this, in fact, possibly be his final appearance at a Tim Hortons Brier? So till we talk with you again, 7:30 Eastern Time, we thank you for joining us. The Tim Hortons Brier is on Canada's sports leader, TSN.